Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered that how to read input register values of your Modbus TCP/IP device in the Python using PyModbus library. And if you want a code for that video, then here you can click and you can get the code. Now in this video we will see how to read input coil status or input status values of your Modbus TCP/IP device in the Python using PyModbus library. And if you want a code for this video, then you can click here and you can get the code. So either you can right click, open in the new tab, and you will navigate to our GitHub repository, and here you will have the Python notebook which we are going to use in this video. Okay, so previously we have read the input register values. Now we are going to read the input coil status values, and I'm going to use this OpenModSim software to simulate Modbus TCP device. So we have simulated Modbus TCP device. You can see it's up and running on the port number 502, and we are going to read the input coil status. So that's why I have simulated the input status here. Now here is the Python notebook which we are going to use to read the status. So first of all, we have to install the PyModbus library if it is not installed in your system. So you can use this command pip install PyModbus to install the PyModbus library in your system. If it is already installed, then you will see the message like this: requirement already satisfied. After that, we have to import the necessary functions and library to create the Modbus TCP client. So I'm going to import the from pymodbus.client import Modbus TCP client. So we are importing Modbus TCP client, and here we are creating Modbus TCP client. As you can see, IP address I'm going to use is my localhost IP address because my Modbus TCP device, or you can say simulator, is running in my local system. So that's why I have used this 127.0.0.1, and here I have created Modbus TCP client to connect with this device. After that, I can run this cell to check the connectivity with my Modbus TCP device. If it is true, then we are successfully connected with our Modbus TCP device, and if it is false, then we are not connected. Okay, so right now it's true, so we are successfully connected with this device. Now we want to read 10 input status, or you can say discrete input, starting from 0 of device ID 1. Okay, so we want to read all this 10 input status, or you can say input coil status in the Python for this device. Okay, and which has a device ID of 1, or you can say the slave ID of 1. So you can use this command client.read discrete inputs. Okay, and the starting address is 0. Okay, and the count is 10, and the slave ID is 1, which you have to define here. If you want to read only 5 input status, then you can change the count to 5. If you want to read 100, then you can change the 10 count to 100. I'm going to run this cell. Okay, no error, so everything is fine. We have successfully read it. Now we can print all the status of input coil in the output using this result.bits. Okay, so I can run it, and you can see everything is false. Okay, now if I change it to on, and if I read it again, then you will see the first one is true. Okay, if I change the last one to true, and if we read it again, then you will see the last one is true. Okay, it will read 16 or 8 in the single interval. So if you put the count 10, then it will read 16. Okay, if you put count 8 or below 8, then it will read 8. Okay, so this is how the library is designed. Okay, so if I put count 7, then it will going to read 8 values, and if I put the count 10, then it will going to be read 16 values. Okay, now if you change it, okay, if you change it to off, then it will read the false state. So this is how you can use Python to read input status of your Modbus TCP/IP device. You can also simulate the input status of your ModSim software. So if you want to simulate very first input coil status, then you can double click here. You can go to auto simulation, you can enable it, and you can select toggle, and it will toggle at interval of 1 second. Okay, but you have to write a while loop to catch the interval at every second. Okay, but this is how you can use this Python to read the input status of your Modbus TCP/IP device. So I hope this thing is clear. This is very basic and straightforward code to read the input status of your Modbus TCP IP device. So if you have any questions or any doubt in this, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp. And if you want to download this Python notebook, then you can directly download by using this option. Okay, you can click on the code and it will navigate you to our GitHub repository. There you can download this Python notebook. So I hope everything is clear. Now we will meet you in the next video, and we are going to cover this 3 topic in the future videos. Okay, that how to read input register values, how to read input coil status values, and how to read and write coil status values of your Modbus serial device in the Python using PyModbus library. So this 2 videos is about Modbus TCP IP communication in the Python. Now next 3 videos will be Modbus serial communication in the Python. Okay, so let's meet in the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.